What's up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. This video is going to be all about Dragon Ball Super episode 48, which is the second episode in the Future Trunks arc. Let's get right into it. So, basically, I'm going to review this episode, talk about what happened, and basically tell you about what I think is going to happen with the future of the arc and where we're headed from here. So, the episode begins with a fight between Black and Trunks. Now, I'm going to refer to him as Black because even though the press releases and Toriyama has come out and said, yeah, it's Goku Black, Goku Baraktu, or something like that. But even though all that information has come out, they don't refer to him as Goku Black at all in the episode. So for now, we're just going to call him Black. Okay, so the episode starts and Black and Trunks are having this fight. So Trunks goes Super Saiyan, which is pretty awesome. A lot of people online were like, yo, why didn't he go Super Saiyan in episode 1? That kind of seemed a little bit off. You think when he got all mad, he would have done it. I have no answer for that. I don't know why. But all of our fears get alleviated because Trunks goes Super Saiyan and he attacks Black. And I'm going to tell you right now, the animation from this fight was completely awesome. This was like crystal clear. It was amazing. Well choreographed. Looks dope the whole way through. That awesome kind of DBZ energy in every blow that we like. There's even one of those shots where basically Trunks gets flown into a wall and it literally like messes him up, the wall behind him so much that there's like that circle crater in the wall. And I used to love that kind of stuff when I was watching Dragon Ball back in the day. So that fight was completely awesome. Also, I want to mention in that fight that Black says the word Saiyan like a lot. Like he says it a lot. So it's really weird. He said it at the end of last episode, and I think if you watch that video that I did, my raw reaction to the first episode, I talk about how it's really, really weird that he would say Saiyan if he is a Saiyan. I don't think he would. So he either has Goku's body or he's choosing to look like Goku or something. I really don't think it's Goku in any way, even though Toriyama said it's Goku Black. It's still a big mystery surrounding that, but we'll get into that more. So this Black character starts attacking Trunks with crazy ki blasts, which are also looking really dope. They have like black kind of coloring and they look almost like negative energy or something. Very, very interesting stuff. There's also this moment where Trunks throws his sword at Black while he's charging this huge ki blast and seemingly messes up that ki blast, and then the sword like boomerangs back to him. So whatever this sword is, you should be holding on to that thing because that thing is awesome, and I hope they put that move in the video games. That'd be cool. Speaking of moves, we also see Trunks do a Mansenko, which I don't think he ever actually did in any of the versions of the anime or the manga. This is, of course, a move that Gohan and Piccolo use, and future Gohan would have taught Trunks in the future timeline. So that's pretty cool. So basically, the way that the fight goes down is, or the way the fight finishes rather, is Trunks blasts this crazy ki blast, or I believe it's the Mansenko. Yeah, it's the Mansenko. He hits him with the Mansenko and then dips. And Black's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Can't find him. Floating in the air, like, where'd he go? And he's like searching for him. Trunks gets into the time machine, starts up the trip. Black sees him in the ship, and then boom, he's gone. Trunks is gone. Black can't find him anywhere. He searches around for his key, can't find him anywhere. Really, really crazy. So then we cut to the future, and there's some really weird, classic Dragon Ball-esque, funny humor stuff going on, in which Kid Trunks is in class with Pilaf, Mai, and Shu. And of course, this is weird for a number of reasons, but mostly because Pilaf, Mai, and Shu are all adults, right? They wish themselves accidentally, due to Pilaf's error, they wish themselves into being very young. Now that's in the Battle of Gods movie, and it's at the start of the Dragon Ball Super anime. So they're old people that are in young bodies, and they're in school with Trunks, and it really makes no sense whatsoever. But it is really funny. Pilaf has this great moment where he's explaining something like an old man in the class. The teacher makes a point to say that. It's very, very humorous. Then, as they're leaving to go to lunch at Capsule Corp, Mai grabs Trunks' hand, holding it, and Pilaf and Shu like freak out. They're like, what? And it's like that classic anime, like, what the hell? And you gotta think, she's like 30, 40, or 50 or something. She's an old lady. and she's in this young body, and she's holding on to Trunks' hand for whatever reason. I mean, yeah, it's pretty weird. So Pilaf's and Shu's reaction should be like the audience reaction. It's pretty funny that they echo that. But anyway, so then they go to Capsule Corp for lunch. They're eating, and then bam, the shuttle, the time machine shuttle, shows up out of nowhere. So they all examine it. Trunks opens up the thing. I believe someone says, Pilaf says something about what if it's an alien, which I thought was really ironic because not only is it true, but it's Trunks, and Trunks is also an alien, or at least technically part alien, right? He's the child of a Saiyan and a human, so he's basically part alien. So whatever, I thought that was kind of funny. But they see this person with the blue hair. They get Bulma. Bulma's like, oh, as soon as they describe the capsule or the ship, she's like, is there a guy in there with blue hair? And they say yes. She says, oh no, we need to contact Whis and Vegeta. So she gets her fancy little staff, and she calls Whis, who picks it up on Beerus' planet with Goku and Vegeta. Now, there's a couple reasons why this is really funny. First of all, I believe the whole thing in Fukkatsu no F was that she had called them and they didn't answer for like X amount of minutes, in which Frieza was just terrorizing, and it was like this big point of contention in the film where it's like, yo, they never answer this thing, what's the point of having it? And they even make mention in this scene, they're like, wow, this thing actually worked for once. And they, she proceeds to tell them about Trunks being back, and Goku and Vegeta are like, well, we gotta get there ASAP. But they can't sense anybody's key, so they go and they tell, basically tell Trunks to power up, and they can then lock onto his signal or whatever, and with the instant transmission, they all dip out. So Trunks' power is completely up. They all go there. They see Trunks. Trunks is so wounded that he can't talk. So then Goku goes on a little trip to Korin's tower, and Yajirobe and Korin are doing the limbo, and it's just this really weird, once again, really humorous scene with Korin, and Goku grabs a bunch of them, Senzu beans, and then heads back, gives one of the Senzu beans to Trunks. The episode ends by Trunks like waking up, and he sees Bulma, and then he sees Goku, and he like freaks out. He's like, you son of a bitch, and then he attacks Goku, because he like has a flash. They even do like a flash exposure, like a double exposure of Black and Goku together, and Trunks can't distinguish them for whatever reason and attacks him. Then they show that ends the episode. Then on the basically the preview for the next week's episode, they show this really weird thing with a ring in which Black is somehow opened up like a rift in time or something, because they show him then looking at the Z fighters, which is like absolutely nuts. So I don't know if he's going to be able to just send a message back through time, or if he's actually going to come in through time. But and this is going to kind of spoil some stuff for you guys, but in just under a month we're going to learn exactly who he is, because they leaked episode titles for episode 50 through 53 earlier today. But also there is an episode coming up even before that in which Goku and Black are going to fight. So they either do the basic drag on ball thing where Black comes in and then they don't fight for a while but eventually do, or maybe Black can't get through right away and they're warned of it and they can like train, right? Because that's, you know, come on, it's Dragon Ball, they need to train. So they need to know about Black and then train for a while, and then he finally comes through and they fight. That's kind of where I think it's going to go. I really think that there's been so many awesome theories about who Black is, what he could be. They keep talking about Zeno and the hierarchy of these gods and everything. So I really do believe that he's a Makaio-shen, or one of the Kais from one of the universes that were destroyed by Zeno, maybe? I don't know. Like, that's kind of where my mind is, that he's something like that. I've also thought that maybe he could be the Goku from Universe 6 after Beerus wishes for that Earth to be restored. Maybe somehow it's an evil Goku on there. I don't really know. So those are basically my thoughts about that episode and what I think is going to be happening next. Like the video, guys, if you thought it was sweet. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I'm going to be covering Dragon Ball Super every week, at least for the duration of the Future Trunks arc. I'm always going to be giving you the review of last week and my thoughts about what's going to be happening in the next episode. I think I'm going to start dropping these on Saturday. That's technically when they come out in Japan. I know a lot of people really watch it Saturday nights here in the States or elsewhere in the world. So I think that's going to be the pattern for now on. I'm going to review the episodes, the prior episode, and talk about this week's episode on Saturdays. So let me know in the comments section, like, what do you think about this episode? Did you watch it? Do you think it's dope? And where do you think we're going to go from there? And who do you think this Black character is? Like, explain Goku Black to me. Someone, please, explain Goku Black. I have no idea who he is. All right, let's check that nerd card, guys. We're actually going to go to a lore about Magic the Gathering question, and I'm going to ask you guys, what is the name of the vampire planeswalker? In Magic the Gathering, what is the name of the vampire planeswalker? Put the answer in the comments section below. As always, like the video if you thought it was awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I do a ton of videos with similar type content, so I think you'll like it if you stay tuned. I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!